So now that we've attacked Iran and Iran has attacked us back and Trump is called, they're begging. So Iran's they have voted to close the Strait of Hormuz in response to U.S. attacking. So they just need the Ayatollah to sign off on it. And then something like 20% of the world's oil is going to get choked off. And so now the United States is begging China to get Iran not to do this. They're going to close the so Esmail Kawasi, a senior Iranian lawmaker, said it is now up to Iran's Supreme National Security Council whether to go through with closing the waterway. The parliament has come to the conclusion that it should close the Hormuz Strait. By the way, typical bully behavior by Iran, closing the Strait of Hormuz. Did you know Israel wanted to call it the Gay of Hormuz, but it couldn't because Iran is dangerously homophobic?
Oh my God, those bullies.
The Strait of... Roughly 18 million barrels of crude oil, or about 20% of the world's consumption, move through the Strait of Hormuz each day, making it a vital choke point for global energy trade. According to Newsweek, some experts suggest that closing the strait could raise oil prices almost up to 50%, 30 to 50%, potentially leading to a $5 increase in gas prices per gallon. So that would be bad for Trump's presidency.
Yeah.
That would be real bad. So really, he comes in within 6 months. He's good because that'll kill the economy. When energy prices go up, that kills your economy.
Oh, maybe he'll have to break out the real energy.
Yeah. Ha! That sounds like a reason to go to war, though, huh?
Yeah.
If they close off the Strait of Hormuz, it's like how we did that to Japan, and they got mad at Pearl Harbor and Pearl Harbored us. Remember that?
Yeah, sons of bitches.
But it wasn't a good Pearl Harbor like Ukraine and Israel do.
Yeah.
It was a dirty backstabbing Pearl Harbor. Yeah.
War, I say, to war.
Iran has made clear that closing the Strait of Hormuz, which connects the Persian Gulf and the Gulf of Oman, was an option if the U.S. launched a direct... Now, I just want to show you where it is. So let me just show you. So here, there's the Persian Gulf. Here's Iran. Here's Iraq. Here's Saudi Arabia. It's where all the oil goes, right? And this is the Strait of Hormuz. So that's the part. And here's Pakistan. There's Afghanistan. Here's Oman.
Oh, man.
Oh, man.
Afghanistan, Pakistan. Oh, man.
Oh, man. So I just wanted to show you that. Iranian officials have also warned that the Iranian military could hit U.S. bases in the region. Well, they did that, which could lead to massive U.S. casualties. No casualties because they gave them the heads up. President Trump and his top officials have threatened more attacks on Iran if there is retaliation. So they had to pretend, that they had to pretend play. We're going to play attack you, but we're going to let you know we're attacking you. Secretary of State Marco Rubio declined to say on Sunday if the U.S. would bomb Iran again if the Strait of Hormuz were closed. Yeah, I'm not going to take any options off the table. Rubio acknowledged that closing the strait would have an impact on the U.S., but suggested it would be suicidal for Iran to shut down the waterway. Yeah, it would also be deadly for the Trump second presidency. You want to increase gas prices by $5 a gallon? Yeah, that would be deadly for Trump's presidency. So it might be suicidal for Iran. It would be deadly. That would be suicidal move on Iran's part because you have to say that.
Yeah, would they? Would they?
I think the whole world would come against them if they did that. What if they slaughtered 50,000 children, though? Would the whole world come against them?
Would Turkey make a statement?
Yeah. President Trump bombed Iran without approval from Congress, making it an illegal war under the U.S. Constitution. He is now, he is now claiming that he wants to pursue diplomacy with Iran, but Tehran has little reason to trust the U.S. since the Trump administration backed Israel's assault right in the middle of a previous negotiation. So here is Rubio asked China to stop Iran from closing the Strait of Hormuz.
Whoa.
Yeah. His comments came after Iran's state-run Press TV reported that Parliament had approved a plan to close the strait, but added that the final decision lies with the Supreme National Security Council. Any disruption to the supply of oil would have profound consequences for the economy. China is particular in the world's largest buyer of Iranian oil and has a close relationship with Tehran. Oil prices rose following the U.S. attack on Iran. Who would have thought? With the price of the benchmark crude reaching its highest level in 5 months, I encourage the Chinese government in Beijing to call Iran about that because they heavily depend on the Straits of Hormuz for their oil. Oh, yeah, so he's trying to do a solid for China. That's what Rubio's trying to say.
Jimmy, who was the guy that had to go blow Venezuela to get us oil when we had the embargo?
Oh, you remember
Russian
that?
Oil?
Yeah.
Yeah, because Rubio is probably the right man for this blowjob.
Boo. If they close the straits, it will be economic suicide for them, and we retain options to deal with that. But other countries should be looking at that as well. It would hurt other countries' economies a lot worse than ours. Yeah, okay. Around 20% of the world's oil passes through the Strait of Hormuz, with major oil and gas producers in the Middle East using the waterway to transport energy from the region. Any attempt to disrupt operations in the strait could send global oil prices skyrocketing. Here's what Trump said. Everyone, keep oil prices down. I'm watching. You're playing right into their hands.
The enemy?
He said, I'm watching. You're playing right into the hands of the enemy. Don't do it. The enemy would be Benjamin Netanyahu.
Let's be charitable and just limit it to his fault.
Yeah.
I bet if we don't have a war, that's what they're going to do. I knew it. They're going to pin it on him and go, oh, thank God the bad man's gone.
Yeah, now we got rid of the bad guy. We can go back
Best case.
Yeah, we can go back to the regular psychopaths inside. Yeah.
Bring on the casino.
He's just kidding. Maybe we can go to war with anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, why? Why not?
How do we get to war with China? That's my question.
It's just Trump says he doesn't like war, but he's part of that. What is his age called? The kaboomers? Come on.
Yeah, the kaboomers.
Come on. Right. It's the kaboomers.
Okay, kaboomer.
They never met a war they didn't like.
Boy, the hippies really turned into kaboomers in the end.
Kaboomers. Huh? Come see us on tour in Toronto, Red Bank, New Jersey, Northampton, Massachusetts, Concord, New Hampshire, Rutherford, New Jersey, Edmonton, Calgary, Vancouver, Appleton, Wisconsin, and more. Go to jimmydore.com for a link for tickets.